Hey everyone, today's going to be a video about pranayama. This is by far the most powerful thing that I've ever done to help overcome fear, anxiety, things holding me back. And I've had a lot of friends that I've talked with recently that were going through different things that they felt they were having a difficult time getting past. And there's nothing that works better than learning the proper way to breathe. So this comes a little bit from freediving and yoga. And once you can control your breath, then you can work on controlling your mind, controlling how you react or respond to different situations. And with that, you feel less need to control outside circumstances. So once you let go of that need to control things outside of really anything you can control, then you feel a whole lot more free. So it really all comes down to how you physiologically react to a situation. So the first thing we can do is place one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. And just start to notice how you're breathing. Without controlling too much. Look at if you're breathing through using your chest, using your belly. Now, if you can, try to isolate, bringing the breath down using the diaphragm, so the belly comes out and back in. Notice if you can isolate just the belly and the chest doesn't move. Continue breathing like that. And within the past couple of weeks, I've had a lot of friends say they were feeling lost, not sure which way to go. And I think a lot of that comes down to, in my experience, you have too much going on in your mind. So if there's too much going on in your mind, you have constant thoughts, it's difficult to hear anything else. It's difficult to hear other people, so your friends, your family, anyone you love. If you can't hear them, then you're not really able to connect with them, much less yourself. So that constant cycle of thoughts over and over again, it leads to people feeling lost. So continue breathing in through the pulling the diaphragm down and up. Now, once you start focusing on the breath, then a lot of the chatter in the mind goes away. And if you are feeling lost, as you're breathing, see where a time that you weren't lost. So if you're in the forest and you all of a sudden can't find the path, rather than running off in the direction that you think you need to go and panicking, the best way is to go back to the place where you weren't lost. So as you continue breathing, think about where you were happy, where you felt like you were empowered, where you were truly connected with your friends, family, where you felt like you could give to them, and where you felt like you had a purpose in life. So if you lost that, then you're probably off the path. Keep breathing, thinking about a time that you were not lost. Now, a lot of people solve that feeling of being lost, whether it's loneliness, anxiety, depression, any of those symptoms of feeling like you're off your path. They'll solve it with alcohol, relationships, any other types of vices, drugs, whatever. Even compulsive exercise, if it's done compulsively, it leads you away from where you need to be. You're no longer listening to your body. So keep breathing. Try to draw the exhale out, double the inhale. So if you're breathing in for a count of 4, more or less, do a slight pause and exhale for 8. Slight pause. Inhale for 4. Pause, exhale for 8. Continue on that breathing pattern. So any of these compulsions, addictions, maladaptive behaviors, it just covers up the fact that you're not where you need to be. So if you're where you need to be, then there's nothing wrong with having fun, doing what you want. But if you're feeling lost, then the only way back is through understanding how you react physiologically, listening to yourself better. Okay, the next breathing pattern we're going to do is Kapalbhati. So we're going to forcefully exhale using the diaphragm. It's going to be a quick, forceful exhale with a passive inhale. So just relax, the breath will naturally come in. It's going to look like this. So you go ahead and try it. Do it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Pause. Resume normal breathing. Now at the end of the cycle, we're going to exhale and hold on the exhale. With the exhale hold, you're going to feel symptoms of discomfort and try to relax through those. When you feel the urge to breathe, take a breath, but try to think about where you felt that urge to breathe. Where in your body that said, I can't go on any longer. So wherever that is, just take note of that at the very end. And when you need to breathe, just breathe normally. So we'll do a set of 30 Kapalbhati breaths, followed by full exhalation, and then come up to your resting place and hold with an exhalation. And we'll begin 30 breaths. Full exhalation. Hold. With a full exhalation, your diaphragm should naturally pull up like this. Allow it to do that. Allow your body to let go of any tension you're holding. And when you need to breathe, breathe normally. The objective of this is to feel where you're holding tension, where feels the most discomfort, On a breath hold, you're going to naturally feel more discomfort than you naturally would. So once that happens, you can start to see how your body handles anxiety. Can you release it, or do you hold on to it until the very end? We'll do another set of 30 breaths, followed by an exhale breath hold. This time, when you feel that anxiety of holding the breath, higher levels of CO2 in the body, try to relax 3, 4, 5 seconds beyond that. Don't get to the point of tension. You never want to hold muscular tension. Once that comes around and you feel the discomfort, just try to relax a couple more seconds. We'll begin now. Full exhale. Come up to resting position. Relax the body. Any negative thoughts that come into your mind, try to let them go. Relax the body tension that you're holding. And when you need to breathe, breathe normally. This last exercise, we'll do 30 breaths followed by another exhale. With this final exhale, try to push it beyond where you did the last time. So last one, you're trying to release tension in a stressful situation just a little bit longer than you did the previous 2 times. So when you're ready, 30 Kapalabhati breaths. Full exhale. Let the diaphragm come up. Release any tension you still have in your body. And hold. Release any tension in your face, in your shoulders, in your stomach, in your chest. You will feel discomfort, but how long can you release any symptoms of anxiety, any symptoms of tension? And when you need to breathe, breathe normally. So practice this exercise to adapt to higher levels of discomfort. Eventually you'll be able to potentially hold for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute, or longer on a breath hold. Just breathe normally now. Diaphragmatic breathing, in for 4, out for 8. Now, many people feel fear. I know I certainly have at various points in my life, and it took me off the path that I knew I needed to be on. That's what led me to feeling lost. I would make decisions that were not beneficial in the moment, but it seemed like a quick solution to the feelings of fear that I was experiencing. The other thing is, for the, let's say, early 20s, that time I thought, oh, I'm not scared of anything, because I liked catching crocodiles, swimming with sharks, surfing around the world, tracking lions, tracking down poachers, that type of thing. So I thought, because I do these exciting things, I'm not scared of anything. And that could not have been further from the truth. And what I realized, that these symptoms of fear that I was experiencing were procrastination, and not an avoidance. Basically, procrastination and avoidance. So fear can be experienced in a number of different ways, and it doesn't have to be like a panicked running away from something type of reaction. So think about, in your life, if you're feeling lost, if you feel like you don't know where to go, then think about if you're avoiding fear. If that's the case, then you can start using fear to guide you to where you need to go. The reason that I feel like I'm in the best place that I've ever been in my entire life was I started using the things I was fearful of, or at least physiologically experienced feelings of intense discomfort, led me to avoid those things. So I started using those. When I started feeling those symptoms, I said, that's the direction that I need to go. So, but that has to be trained. And with working on your capacity to endure these symptoms through breath hold, through physical exercise, things like that, then you can go further and further on the path that you feel like you need to be on. So this next exercise is going to be box breathing. So we're going to inhale for a count, pause for a count, exhale for a count, pause for a count. I like to do this when I've felt a little bit overwhelmed by those symptoms of feeling like confused, high heart rate, breathing fast, anything like that. Just general stress, in whatever form that it comes. So rather than using something that would be a compensation, let's say too much time on social media, alcohol, procrastination, feeling irritable with people I love, anything like that, I try to recenter myself with the breath before, and instead of doing those things that might make me feel better in the moment, but instead breathing will help you feel better for the rest of the day. So if you're feeling a little bit stressed, this is something that, and you feel like you're going towards those bad habits that are going to continue on the downward cycle, continue making you feel lost, whatever, then just try the box breathing. And by no means is it a magic pill that will help alleviate all problems. It's something that you have to practice, and then maybe you do something that you know isn't necessarily the best for you in the future, but you get back on track. So the more you do this, the better it works. So we'll start with an inhale for 4, pause for 4, exhale 4, pause for 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Continue on. You know the pattern. If you can, try to breathe out of your nose the entire cycle, inhaling out of your nose, exhaling out of your nose. And we'll come back to an inhale, increasing to 5. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, and we're increasing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more rounds at your own pace. Continue breathing in and out of the nose. And my apologies if I mix up an inhale or exhale in those cycles. Sometimes it's hard to keep track. And when you're finished with your cycles, just breathe normally. So, a lot of times, whether you're religious or not, whatever your beliefs are, a lot of people at their times of most stress end up praying, asking for something. If you're about to die, you're like, please let me live, any of that type of thing. But I have realized that the breath can be like a prayer, but you can actually listen to what you need to do. So if at any time you're thinking, you're so stressed that you're saying, oh, please let me get this, let me make my plane flight, let me get this grade on a test, you're being tossed in the ocean, please let me live, anything like that. Controlling the breath is a way that you can actually listen to what truly needs to be done in the moment. You become more aware of what needs to be done. That I've used in many, many stressful situations, and I have never been more calm or responded better than when I used breathing to maintain my physiology. You can lower your heart rate, you can control the thoughts in your mind. There's really nothing more powerful than controlling your breathing. So this next exercise, we will lay on our back. Once you get comfortable, start to come back into the breathing pattern of inhale for 4, slight pause, exhale for 8. Inhale for 4, and exhale for 8. You're going to continue this breathing pattern for 1 minute and 15 seconds. And then we'll do a 1 minute breath hold, taking a full breath. Continue breathing. You have 1 minute. At the final 5-second countdown, I recommend starting to fill up the belly, the chest, then taking your full breath. Continue breathing. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. "30 seconds. "15 seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath hold. So during this breath hold, don't let any air out. Start to relax the toes, the ankles, the calves. Relax your knees. Relax your quads, your hamstrings. Relax your hips. Relax your stomach. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. Relax the arms and the fingers. And breathe. Take 3 breaths. And then resume normal breathing. You can see that if you work on your body relaxation, that within a minute you can't even work through your whole body. So it gives you a way to be present in your own body. You're not focusing on the discomfort, you're focusing on relaxation consciously. And by a 1 minute breath hold, you haven't even gotten all the way through. So in times of stress, you can start using the same exact strategy to relax your toes, relax your feet, relax your ankles. And the more you do it, the better you get. The more effective and faster you can maintain relaxation. Even if you are in traffic and you're late for work, if you are about to miss your flight, if you had a breakup, any of those situations that cause internal stress, at this point we're learning how to relax through it. And the same exact strategy you learn to relax through the most physiologically stressing event that could happen, the end of breathing, you're able to relax through it. So we'll try one more breath hold. This one will be for 2 minutes. And then if you choose later, tomorrow, you can use the same strategy to do a 3-minute breath hold, a 4-minute breath hold, whatever you want. So for this one, we're going to have a 2-minute breathe up and then a 2-minute breath hold. Okay? So come back to what's essentially Savasana in yoga, laying on your back, arms open, Fingers relaxed, and start to breathe in through the nose and out. In for a count of 4, out for a count of 8. Continue on. As you inhale, your heart rate is going to increase. As you exhale, it's going to steadily decrease. So what happens is that 4-second inhale, it's going to increase a little bit, but the 8-second exhale is going to decrease. And it's going to slowly start dropping. Continue on, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8. Next time you feel stressed and fear, and you know that it's not something that's immediately life-threatening, start to become aware of how you're breathing. Are you breathing really fast? Are you holding muscular tension? Is your heart rate really fast? If you can start to notice when you're stressed, when you're behaving badly, when you're going for your vices, for comfort, start at these periods using the same exact strategy to release your muscular tension, change your physiology, your heart rate, your breathing, and letting go of those negative thoughts. Continue breathing. We have 1.5 minutes left. So with this 2-minute breath hold, perhaps you felt it in the 1-minute breath hold, perhaps not. This one you may start feeling perhaps a burning sensation. Your muscles might start contracting, and it's trying to exhale CO2. This is the time it's most important to not go with the negative mindset, to relax your body tension. If you can relax through the contractions, then there's really nothing that can faze you in a stressful situation, if you're aware that you're under stress, and then can use the same strategy. Okay, we have 1 minute left. This last 45 seconds, start to work a mental relaxation exercise that we did. Working your way up from your toes, all the way up to the shoulders, the head, the neck, the tongue, the eyes, everything. Try to consciously relax your body. Release any tension, release any negative thoughts. We're at 15 seconds. Start to take your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath hold. As you're holding your breath, try to relax, enjoy it. Think of a time that you weren't feeling lost, that you knew you were on the right path. What did that look like? Who were you with? How did you feel love in those times? For me, It's surfing, it's free diving, it's spending time underwater, on top of the water, swimming with sharks, swimming with dolphins, spending time with friends. So for you, what does that look like? And breathe. 2-minute breath hold. Complete. So how do those contractions feel if you experience them? How were you able to let go in this situation? And then think about how you can let go in future times of stress. Start to experiment around like a game of how much stress you can put yourself in and still relax through it. That's what we do with breathing, and you can do it with really anything. So hopefully you have a great rest of the day, and let me know if this helps.